in Borgin and Burke's and in the Room of Requirement in the movies. Once again, everything we do is recreated exactly to the movie drawings as much as possible. In this case, we even computer cut all the filigree on the front of the cabinet to make sure it's exact matches to what Stuart Craig and his team created for the movies.
I've been pushing George, your painter, very hard, and George is a brilliant guy, but I think I stress him out every so often with the rigorous pushing of the levels of detail. And when you guys get to visit this cabinet in Diagon Alley, you will see up close how beautiful this object is. He has done an amazing job.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Next up over here, we've got a 9-foot tall suit of troll armor. The troll armor was just seen very, very briefly in the movies, and we're going to be able to feature it in our blacksmith shop in Diagon Alley. And this is a real hand-hammered suit of armor. There's no molding, sculpting, or casting. Every piece on it was hand-hammered with an anvil, just as you would build a proper suit of armor. And then the last thing on the right down there is an actual blackboard that was used in the dark arts classroom in the Potter films. And Warner Brothers has generously given it to us to put into our castle. So we'll be replacing the dark arts blackboard that's in there now and putting the actual one from the movie in, just to make things that more authentic.
And you've got something tucked around the corner there, I think.
Down the end is we call it the Weasley rocket, and that is a piece that's featured in the Weasley Brothers store. And everything in that store, that's the thing I'm most excited about, is getting to decorate the Weasley store. Because I had the privilege of being on the set of Half-Blood Prince when they were filming that scene, and being on that set and then getting to recreate it is it's a very exciting thing for me.
But we're very lucky to represent the huge, huge team that go into creating all of this. There, behind the scenes, there are many hundreds of people here in Orlando, back in London, all over the US, globally, who are bringing all these parts together to create this very special project. And we're using technology, we're using artisans, we're using all the old skills. It's a brilliant experience. I've seen Bryn in his workshop carving with clay, and also with digital technology. We're using everything out there, CNC, computer cutting. We're covering all the bases of technological development, but then all the old skills as well. We want to keep those alive. Working with the carvers and vendors on the project, we're doing some beautiful work out there, and can't wait for you guys to see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for James and Oliver Phelps!
So this is a perfect example of pieces that were taken from the movie and turned into things to use in a theme park. The one on the left here was an actual prop from Weasley Studios, and it's basically a plush. It's all foam. I mean, you can move it, bend it, and then to put it in the parts here and have it last forever, we had to make them out of a solid fiberglass and make them so the covers can come off and be cleaned. And so it's just, the type of stuff that we have to think of every day and what we do. But also I wanted you to see how exact we are at duplicating everything from the films by putting two pieces side by side.
Can I ask the guys if they're quite excited about opening their new store in Diagon Alley? Yeah? Can't wait?
Yeah, it was fantastic. So when we had a look around it yesterday morning, it's still hard to imagine how it's going to look when it's all dressed and everything, but just the sheer size of it just blew me away.
It's going to look exactly like the movies set.
Yeah.
Just like the movies
set. Yeah, and it's cool that we can actually see the full, you can actually do a lap, as opposed to at least when you go to Diagon Alley, you've got to come back the same way because there's no way out. So yeah, it should be fantastic, especially seeing the joke shop in there.
And for the Weasley Brothers store, we went back to the vendors in the UK who built all the original packaging that was seen in the movies. So everything, once again, has been built by the original people who built it for the movies, incorporating the beautiful artwork of Mina Lima, Eduardo Amira. Because to be the Weasley store is really a gallery of their work. I mean, it's an amazing place.
Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for James and Oliver.